Hello, Stampin' Friends. Thank you for joining me for this Facebook Live. This is Lisa from Live and Let Stamp. And get Kenny D out of my chair. Today we're going to be using the North Pole Delivery Suite, some parts of it, to make this adorable treat box. But I also wanted to show you the card that I made and how easy it is, because this piece, they punch out. You get them in the DSP, which is awesome. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get started with our project. So we're going to make the treat box, and it has this cute and clever little closing, and I'll show you how that gets made. So you just pinch that together and open it, and voila, 2 Ghirardelli squares. So I really love this because those are great gifts. They come in so many different flavors, milk and dark, and it just makes a really nice gift. So let's go ahead and make the box. So our box, we're going to need a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock that is 6.5. So I'm going to go ahead and swing the arm out here. Okay. By 5 3/4. The dies are called Jolly Delivery dies, and it comes with this box die, and also with 3 different enclosures. So the one I showed you is made with the star, but they also have this one that kind of looks like a heart, and then they have this one that's a circle. And I think I'm going to try that one today. There are more dies underneath. So those dies underneath, as well as these 2, they cut out the pieces from the Jolly Delivery stamp set. The cute little bear and our cat. I just love the cat. You know I'm partial to cats. This is an adorable dog. And that looks to me like, I don't know, a badger? I'm not sure what that is, but also has some really cute sayings in here. We're going to be using from the North Pole. There's Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes, sending Merry Tidings, special delivery because it's mail themed, from here to there, from me to you, and hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet, which is the one I used on the card. So they have a really clever way of making sure that you place this die where it needs to be to go through the opening. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. So I'm going to be using my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And it's a little bowed up. I'm going to put this flat one on the bottom because that makes it easier. And you see, you just kind of turn it at a diagonal. And then you notice, whoops, it's upside down. I would have cut up instead of down. I've done that before. I did that once with a brand new plate. I was so mad. So you see these 3 little notches, and you notice this also has 3 notches. So you turn it cutting side down, and you just fit it in the notches. So this is so cool because it does give you that choice of whether you want that heart shape or the star or the circle. You can do it and make sure it's in the exact right spot. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna get my machine. Actually, I'm not sure. I didn't do if I did the camera too low. Okay, but I'll give it a try. Okay, it's gonna go in like this. Put the top down, and I'm going to roll it through. Just one time through. Ah, that satisfying pop when your die is finished and through. Okay. And this is how it comes out. Take this off and take this off, and now we have that closure right where it needs to be to match here. Okay, now I'm going to take my scoring tool, and I'm going to go ahead, and all the score lines are here. So I'm going to score them. These little flaps that go in to create the box height. Using a bone folder, really make sure that your box is nice and crisp when it's made. All the edges are squared off. I really love making treat boxes. They're so much fun to give to people. Just that little, you know, show you care. Great for coworkers, students, if you're a teacher, you know, your hairdresser, whoever you just want to show a little treat to. Let's go ahead and do those two as well so they lay nice. Okay. All right, so to put our box together, you can use liquid glue. If you do that, you are going to have to hold it for a little bit until it sets. So what I'm going to use this Terran tape. Terran tape is really strong. Gives a really good adhesion. This is some that I've left over from a kit. Always nice when you have leftovers. Whoops. Okay, let's try that again. It's not the easiest thing. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to cut instead of need to cut it instead of try it. It is terrible, but since I'm using such tiny, tiny pieces, it's better to cut it. And you're just going to put that on the inside of your box, where the inside will be on the 4 little flaps. Wait, am I doing this right? Hold on. Oh no, I put it on the wrong side. Ah! Oh, the joys. Oh no! Because this, oh yeah, this is the inside of the box, so that's not going to matter. But I do need to put the adhesive on the other side. Always check it. Always check it. Whoops. Try to roll that, and I ripped my box a little bit. Now let's get that off. Ah. Let's see. This is when you wish you had another one cut out. Okay, so always practice first. So we can see that they need to go on these 4. So sorry about that. There's 1. to, at this point, I should have just used glue. Okay, once you have your tear and tape on, you just want to like make sure it has a good adhesion. And you're just gonna peel it off. Okay. And peel. Okay, so now our adhesive is on. We just need to fold the box. So we're gonna bring it up like this, make sure it's a nice square corner, and press, and it's done. So you don't have to hold it a long time. So this one is a little ripped, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. This is the one you give to someone in your family and say, oh, sorry, I ripped the paper a little bit. Okay. Now it is ready for, I'm gonna go ahead and put the Ghirardelli squares in because it makes it easier to decorate the outside. You could decorate the outside before you do this, but oh, look at that. Isn't that so cute? All right, so let's go ahead and decorate. So what I'm using is from the DSP pack that comes with the North Pole Delivery Suite. It is called North Pole Delivery. And what's cool is you get these 2 sheets of punch outs. So you get one that has a lot of animals and mail. And you get one that has a lot of buildings that are decorated with wreaths. You also get more mail, some mailboxes. Just really pretty. And they just punch right out to apply to your project. So it's very quick and easy to use these to make your project. This is the DSP that I used on this card, just made it into squares in the background. And everything is double-sided, all the paper. So this is the one that I'm using. I used on this box, and I'm going to use it on today's box as well. And the other side of it looks like this. But we're going to use this. I think it kind of looks like, I don't know. It's like a little polka dot, almost like snowy feeling to it. So I have that piece, and it is cut at 2 7/8 by 2 3/8. So it's going to go on. It's just going to leave a little border around the edges. I'm going to do this with some liquid glue. Whoops. Okay. Just leave a little edge all around. Okay. And then I'm going to use some punch outs. I'm going to use this mailbox. And I have a letter. And I have this cute kitty. Look at the cat with the reindeer ears. And he's got on the little vest with mail in it. So cute. Although it looks like he's losing the mail while he runs, which would be like a typical cat. To lose the mail as he or she was running. This sentiment is going to be, from the North Pole. We're going to put that right up at the top. So to make this, I used, Kennedy, please stop growling. Johnny, goodness gracious, cat's behaving badly. This is the Many More Messages die. And what I did was I took white cardstock and I just cut over and over and over and then put them into little bags so that when I need a certain size, I just grab it and stamp on it. So that's what this is. I just took one of these and I stamped from the North Pole. And the stamps are photopolymer, so you can see through them. So it was really easy to get it straight. These are the stamps. You get a lot of stamps with this. And it goes right there. So let's go ahead and add those. Our mailbox. There's a really cute stamp in there of a compass rose. That would have been really, really super cute. I know this is going to go about here. Just want to make sure I put my letter where I want it. Compass rose would be really cute little detail since it says from the North Pole. But I just didn't think I had enough room with all that I have on here. That'll go about there. And then our kitty cat, we're going to use, let's use some dimensionals for our kitty. And I have some dimensionals right here. All right, so I'm going to use some edges for this because edges are nice and thin. And this is like the part of the dimensionals that's just like, you know, to square it off. So it's almost like free stuff. Always save your edges. You could also use little Stampin' Dimensionals or cut your dimensionals in half. So our kitty's gonna go right there. And I'm going to do the same thing for our sentiment. And then just peel that off. Fits great. Great for when you need a thin piece of foam. And we'll just put that right there. Super cute. Now also with this suite, you get these dots and they're called Dear Dots. I don't know, like we're writing a letter to the dots. Dear Dots, thank you for matching my paper exactly. So let's take a look at what we have. I haven't done my little trick here of making things easy for me, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to open the side and then I'm going to let it reseal gently. And now whenever I want my things out, I can just pull them. So you get red, petal pink, pool party, and garden green, which are the colors that are in our paper. And we don't have a lot of room here, but I think I'd like a green, and I don't have my take your pick tool handy, so I'll just have to use, see, maybe I can use my scissors. I think it needs to be a small dot. Oop, stuck to my finger. Put a dot there. Where else could we put a dot? Let's see. Well, maybe one dot is all it needs. I think I'll just stick with the one dot. Okay, and then we just put these away by sliding it in the side. I also like to write the names of the colors, either here or on the back. Makes it really easy to know. And there is our treat box. So all ready to give to someone, and they can open it and get their treats. And they can even reclose it, which is really nice. So I hope you enjoyed today's live. And if you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.